Hey everyone, today we're out riding our Honda XR150L. These things are awesome little bikes that are great for entry-level riders or anyone just looking to have a good time. They're great for around town. You can ride them out in the hills and you can even camp off of these things. We're really excited about it, and ever since we got this, our R&D team, they've been busy building aftermarket parts for it, and our sourcing department has been busy adding other aftermarket parts to our website. So whatever you're looking for, we've got you covered, and this is our Honda XR150L bike build. So everything we put on this bike, we've listed in 5 different categories. We're gonna start out with the most exciting one, which is performance. So the first performance upgrade we did was install the Yoshimura RS2 slip-on on this. Now, the stock exhaust, that opening is super teeny, so this just opens it up. You're gonna be getting better flow. It sounds a lot better. It's got that US Forest Service approved spark arrestor, so you can still take this to all the places you want. Now, as far as jetting goes, you might want to take a look at that. If you add a slip-on, you're getting more flow, and a lot of people are doing the airbox lid mod on this too. So they're cutting out and drilling holes in the top of the airbox lid just to get more flow. So again, if you're doing those mods, you're going to want to take a look at your jetting as well. The next thing for performance I want to talk about is oil consumption. So these bikes are notorious for consuming oil, and the reason for that is the crankcase vent line. Now, shout out to Gabe with Torture Test magazine. He spent some time and figured out why these are burning so much oil. So what he ended up doing is getting a longer crankcase vent line and loops it over and then into the airbox. And what that does is allow any oil that's coming up that line, it can drip back down into your crankcase, so your engine isn't burning that through. So what we ended up doing, we modified that a little bit. We found a KTM vent line that fits perfectly. If you need that, the link is in the description below. So again, shout out to Gabe. The next upgrade we did is tires. Now, a lot of people don't think of tires as a performance upgrade, but that is what is connecting you to the road or the dirt road. Now, the stock tires, they're geared more towards the street. So if you're doing any off-roading, you're gonna wanna get those swapped out. We went with the Shinko 804 and 805 tires. They're gonna hook up great. Now be aware, the front tire is gonna be a bigger tire in that matching set, and that's actually gonna help with handling. So it's a good thing and a great set to go with that doesn't break the bank. Category number 2 is protection. So the first thing I do to any bike before I take it off-roading is add a skid plate. You don't want to damage your engine or frame or anything underneath, so that is a must-have. Next, I'm going to add some handguards onto my bike. There's a few reasons for this. Number one, obviously it protects you from branches, brush, things like that, rocks kicking up. But if you tip the bike over, it's going to protect your levers, and if it's a cold day, it's going to keep the wind off your hands and help you stay warm. Now, with that being said, these are the D-Flex Pros with the turn signals integrated in there. So if you want to get rid of the stock turn signals, you can just run these instead, or if you want to be extra safe and extra visible, you can run both. Now in the back, we've added the fender eliminator kit. That's not only going to help the bike look better, but it tucks that license plate up, and it's less likely to get damaged if you do tip the bike over. Now to complement that, we've also added the mini stock LED turn signals. Those do not come with the fender eliminator kit. They're separate, but they definitely complement it, and they pull those turn signals in, and again, are less likely to get damaged if you do tip the bike over. The last thing you want to pay attention to on this bike is your brake pedal. So this thing is super long, and it's going to be really easy for something to come along and bend this out of shape. So that's why we've got the brake lever saver on here. It hooks to your skid plate and just runs back there, and that way if something does catch onto it, it's going to hold that in place and prevent it from bending out of shape. Category number 3 is controls. First thing we upgraded on this bike was the handlebars. Now the stock ones, they sweep back really far. So if you don't want your bike feeling like it's 50, maybe 100 years old, you definitely want to get these things upgraded. We went with the Tusk Chub bars. There's several bends available, but I personally like the KTM bend. It's a lot straighter and it's a lot lower. So for me, that's what feels really good. Now with that, that's also going to allow you to run these wraparound handguards. We also added these double take mirrors. We run those on all of our adventure bikes. They tend to vibrate less, they're easy to adjust, and they're super durable. Now, something else that we add to all of our adventure bikes is grip heaters. Now, these are going to help extend your riding season, and on days like today, you're going to really appreciate them. But even in warmer riding conditions, if you're up in the mountains, it can still be cold in the morning. So they're really nice to have, and you can add whatever grip you want on top. So that's another nice feature with those, and I love them so much. I actually run these on my dirt bikes too. Now, moving on to the foot pegs, the stock ones are super skinny, and we wanted a wider platform with more grip. So we went with the Billet Race foot pegs. Now, on the other side of the bike, the shift lever. Now, this doesn't seem like a big deal, but the stock one does not fold. So we added the folding shift lever, and this is going to help prevent damage not only to the lever itself, but if something hits your shift lever and transfers all of that impact to the shift shaft, it can actually bend it. So in my opinion, it's a really big deal to get this folding shift lever on here. Category number 4 is lighting and accessories. The first thing we did with lighting is upgrade our headlight. So we went with the H4 LED bulb, and this is just going to be brighter than the stock one. So it's going to give you safety during the day, and at night, lighting is key. I like as much light as I can get, so with this being brighter, it's definitely the way to go. Now, moving on to the dash. So we have this accessory dash panel. It's going to hold your 12-volt accessory socket, which we added to this. I'm going to charge my phone, my Cardo, things like that off of there. You can run it to constant or key on power. And then the panel itself, it holds up to 3 switches. So we have the heated grip switch on this right now, but we could add 2 more accessories if we want. And to complement this accessory dash panel, we added the Tusk compact power harness. So this is just a wiring harness to help you get other accessories installed, or up to 3 accessories installed. It's fused and it connects to a constant power as well as key on power. So you can actually select from a switch whether you want your accessories to be hot all the time or just when the key is on. So it's a really cool accessory. I definitely recommend looking into it. Now, if you want to get into some serious adventure on this bike, you're going to want to know about luggage. Now, a tank bag is something I would add to any bike regardless of what you're doing, whether it's just cruising around town, day trips, commuting, things like that. It's going to give you quick, easy access to your items, whether you want to put your phone or snacks or anything like that in here. This one is from Honda, and what's nice about it, it also has this map pocket that is touchscreen compatible. So really cool features with that. Now in the back, we've got some Tusk luggage back here. We've got several options on our website. So this is the Highland X2 setup I've got right here. This is what I use if I'm going to be camping off the bike. I've got the extra small bag on top. You got a bag on each side and water bottle holders in the back. So again, great for camping, but if you're just doing day trips or commuting, you're going to want to look into a smaller setup. So that's when you're going to want to look at things like the Excursion or the Traverse. And we also have options from Honda as well on our website. So again, go check those out. So that's it for our build on the Honda XR150L. These are super versatile bikes that, again, they're super affordable, and you can really make them your own. You can customize this however you want. If you want to see our build list and get more details on each item, just click the link in the description below. And if you want to see more helpful content like this, whether it's how-to videos or product spotlights, subscribe to our channel. I'm Charles with Rocky Mountain ATV MC. Thanks for watching.